What's going on, guys? Within the last couple of years, TVs have gotten really good and really affordable. And I don't think there's any better example of that than TCL's new QM8 class. This is the 65-inch TCL QM8 50J. It's a 4K mini LED QLED HDR smart TV with Google built right in. And I personally believe it's one of the brightest, most colorful, and most feature-packed televisions you can buy right now. I want to say that I found a pretty good price for this product on Amazon. I will leave the product link below in the comments so you can conveniently check the best price. So, what makes the QM8 series so good? Well, this is TCL's flagship lineup for 2023, and they really combined a little bit of everything. The best elements of the newer mini LED technology for an impressive viewing experience, and an easy-to-use Google-centered OS with all your favorite streaming apps available out of the box, and a clean and minimal physical design that allows for easy setup and a distraction-free look. The QM8 is barely an inch thick, and that includes its tapered edge. In a slight bubble design with that plastic housing, the extra little bulge around back holds a 20-watt subwoofer, and for that, I can't complain at all. From the side, you really get a sense of just how thin it is, and overall, I do like that sort of grey, brushed metal finish of the frame. The QM8 sits on a pedestal design stand. The base is a big hunk of metal, paired with a thick, classic arm that's screwed into the TV with 4 long mounting screws, and you can set it at either a low height or high height if you want to squeeze a very short soundbar underneath it. Altogether, the 55-pound TV and stand are fairly sturdy, and I like this setup and overall look versus the 4 pointy feet of other TV models. The whole package here just gives off a more premium vibe. Around back, the QM8 hides 2 different input panels behind removable plastic covers. The left side is where your power port will live, and on the right, you'll find all your various media inputs: Ethernet, 4 HDMI ports including support for 144Hz, USB, audio in and out, and optical audio. My only real complaint here is that the panels that hide these inputs are a very thin and bendable plastic. It's nice to have the cables covered and allow for some cable management with everything headed out in one direction. The remote you get with the QM8, aside from being very tall, is a pretty nice one. Its plastic housing is the same fit and finish as the TV itself, and you'll see 6 dedicated buttons for different streaming services apps, TCL's cable channel, and I think this is really convenient. The QM8 is Google TV based, and after a quick initial setup, you'll be presented with a handful of familiar apps and streaming services with the ability to install countless more if you want. Since it's all based around your Google account, you'll get plenty of apps, videos, and show recommendations that'll be custom-tailored continuously. And I think the user interface and controls with the remote are super straightforward. They're very responsive, and they're plenty quick in getting you in and out of any given app. The remote also has the built-in mic for voice commands, so saying the magic words, "Hey Google," can allow you to find or jump to any specific app, show, or video you want, as well as display sports scores, weather reports, control compatible smart home devices, display live feeds from doorbells and home security cameras, and a whole lot more. And the QM8 also works with Alexa and Apple HomeKit, and you can wirelessly cast videos using Chromecast and AirPlay too. So, let's talk picture quality. QM8 is a 4K QLED TV with a mini LED backlight that allows for an incredibly bright and evenly lit display, nearly true and uniform deep blacks, punchy colors, and a sharp resolution for pretty much all forms of content. Out of everything, brightness is really a strong suit. Out of the box, this thing is almost too bright at its default settings, and I think a vast majority of people will manually set the brightness level down to 40 or under. Unless you're in a really brightly lit room, or a space with a ton of windows. But if you have a hard time blocking out the light around you, the QM8 is absolutely going to deliver just about the brightest viewing experience possible with relatively minimal glare. You do have an anti-glare coating across the front that helps out a bit too, unless you're really looking at the TV off-axis or shining a bright light directly on it. When it comes to the color and contrast in general, the QM8 delivers some of the deepest, darkest blacks I've personally seen from a non-OLED display, and the color reproduction is quite stellar, with tons of contrast and a punchy and vivid look. Now, depending on the contents and your image setting adjustments, I think you can have both the perfect picture and instances, or TCL's own picture adjustments, sort of miss the mark a little. Out of the box, the default image profile for standard content is very bright and very saturated, And with the additional options like dynamic color enabled, I think it tends to lean a little too saturated and inaccurate at times. However, it definitely gives you that wow factor. The first time I powered this TV on, I was blown away by just how bright and colorful it seemed, though I could tell it maybe was a little too saturated. I found the movie profile, with a minor decrease in brightness, produced the most universally accurate images for my purposes. But within the preferences pane, there are so many tweaks and opportunities for customization that you're likely to find the perfect profile for your liking. The QM8 also supports Dolby Vision IQ, HDR10+, and HLG high dynamic range formats, and for certain content, I think these really enhance the overall viewing experience, especially jumping between the Dolby Vision Bright and Dolby Vision Dark picture modes for certain things. Obviously, these formats are best viewed in the darkest room possible. I think the picture format, coupled with the hardware, the mini LED backlight, allows for comfortably viewing dark HDR and Dolby Vision content. I hope what's in this video is helpful in making your decision, because there are so many options on Amazon. And I earn a small commission from qualifying purchases at no extra cost to you. I've left the product link below in the comments so you can find the best price. Thank you for watching.